Here's the thing, I did not need to clean my car today because I cleaned it yesterday. But this car wash I passed by in Hadley has free vacuum, so I feel compelled to vacuum out my car every time I drive by it. But then after I vacuum, I feel compelled to hose it down, to scrub my fridge, to do the whole works, to do my laundry. And before I know it, 3 hours have gone by. Yeah, I did all of this yesterday, and then I did it again today. I just cannot help myself. Gotta remember to clean the inside of the windshield too. Do you guys sneeze when you drive? I sneeze when I drive. It makes such a mess in here. I also like to go over my entire shower stall with one of these things, just every surface in here. Even though it's a shower and it's more or less self-cleaning, I just like getting everything looking nice and shiny and disinfected and have that sweet smell of Clorox bleach or whatever it is. I make sure to spend extra time on my sink and my fridge and anywhere else food touches. First, I'll scrub it down with warm water and some soap. Then I'll dry it all out, and then I go over every nook and cranny with an alcohol rag. I do this on the sink as well. I even sometimes, well, I always wash the ceiling and the roof and the exterior of the fridge. You know, just to be thorough, just for the zen of it all, I guess. For my floor mats, I use these things from Home Depot. They're $25 vinyl mats. I used to buy a new one, like every time I clean my truck, which is a waste of money and environmentally unfriendly. Now I just pound them, wash them, vacuum them down until they're pretty much as good as new. I also make sure I go over all the 80/20 aluminum with these rags. Sometimes like oil and paints and stuff just accumulate on them, and dust. They have a lot of grooves in them. And I just like to detail absolutely everything in here. Yeah, the paint on this metal latch right here has been annoying the crap out of me. I might have to cut that with a razor blade. Look at that, so much better. I think I've gotten the interior as clean as I'm gonna get it. Next is the outside, but before I do that, it's important to take a minute and just admire the work for a while, for the brief half hour before it all starts getting dusty again. I thought I'd also show that I use the passenger side door basically as my entire cleaning station. All my wipes, all my car stuff, there's even a brush in there. Very convenient to have all my cleaning stuff in one place. Doing my laundry means I'm tearing my bed apart, so I use it as an opportunity to check all my plumbing systems, you know, just keep an eye on things, make sure nothing's leaking, nothing I don't want to hear about, you know, when it becomes a disaster. No signs of leakage, nothing looks out of place. I can't believe my system has held up so well. I think I just work in a very analog way. Like I have to follow a path to get from point A to point B, no matter how many chicanes are in that path, or even if doing all that stuff is important. I just waste so much time and I can't stop myself. After I wash down my car, I use the foaming brush. That's because the Ford Transit has this plastic trim on the lower part that power washing seems to do nothing against. So I scrub it down, and then after I'm done with that, I go over all of it with alcohol rags just to disinfect it. I also use the car wash as an opportunity to refill my water tank. My water tank gets to 32 gallons at its full point. I never fill it up the whole way. I fill it up halfway every other week. That's enough water for 2 weeks of general usage and about a half dozen showers. So now that the car is in order. I need to get my computer in order. I am so behind on editing. There's thankfully a Starbucks right down the street, and it's supposed to rain. It's already starting to get dark. So let's go work on my computer for X number of hours. Yeah, look how rainy and dark it's gotten outside, folks, while I've been in here writing. I could probably sleep here tonight in this plaza. I'm not worried about being able to find a spot. But tonight, I want to be in the woods. It's just one of those days. I've been by myself all day doing peaceful Zen things, being productive. When I'm alone, that's when I'm most creative and I get the most work done. Tonight, I want to be in the woods. I'm going to go to a trailhead. The Appalachian Trail runs through this part of Massachusetts. There's always people overnight section hiking in the summer. So I think I'm going to blend in with them. Maybe I'll get the whole spot to myself. Van life just upends your life. You know, it changes your habits. I've been saving a lot of money with my dinner meal preps, like $200 a week. But the dark side is my spending on coffee and coffee shops has gone through the roof. Maybe by not as much, but yeah, I'm just spending way too much time and way too much money at coffee shops. Also, my cleaning has gotten out of control. I mean, I've always been a very organized person, but now I find myself cleaning the van almost every day, sometimes spending money doing so. I'm also handling those cloth, wet wipe things with my bare hands too much. It's chewing up my skin. Yeah, just the OCD elements in me are just coming out of the woodwork thanks to all the freedom van life has given me. Now, there was a pullover right there on the side of the road. I bet I could get away with sleeping there, but where I want to go should be just right up. I think I see the glow of the Appalachian Trail sign. Those metallic signs just stand out. Yeah, normally I like to face so I can just escape easily if I need to, but I kind of want to don't live in a box tonight. That's one of the reasons I like being closer to the woods, outside of the store stuff. Right here next to me is all the bushes. I can just have my window open, get a nice breeze all night. Now, a car did just go by. Those are the taillights. I'd be surprised if any more cars come tonight. As you can see, I'm right pressed up against the woods, and there is no moon, overcast skies, complete darkness tonight. Oh, yeah, this is more like it. This is so much better than being at a Walmart. Also, I put the camera so the disco ball light that annoys the heck out of everyone is kind of out of view. Shouldn't be shining in your face. I did get this little mini disco ball light that hangs underneath my control panel just to light up my food. I'm going to use it tonight because it does help me see what I'm eating, which I kind of need. And if you guys want to complain about it, let me know in the comments. Anyway, today was all about basically cleaning and organizing and just being alone. Yeah, I like to spend a lot of time alone, folks. I know I'm not the only type who's into van life, who's extremely introverted. I'm my own best company, as the saying goes. You just give me some tedious task and I just dive right into it like I'm in a zone. I cleaned every square inch in here tonight and I loved it. Everything comes out great. I think the problem with me is I have OCD where I get stuck on something. Something has to be done, something trivial. And I will waste so much time on it until it's perfect before I can move on to the next thing. For example, what I did at Starbucks today on my laptop, I was just changing thumbnails. Like for all my old videos, I try to replace the font of the thumbnail and the title. And I spent like 3 hours just trying to resuscitate all these videos that people will probably never watch again. It was not a good use of my time, which is sad. I think one thing you have to think about van life is it does liberate a lot of your time. It does give you a ton of freedom, almost too much freedom. What are you going to do with that time? Are you going to spend it efficiently? Are you just gonna delve into your hobbies and your tasks and stuff when you should be out there socializing and working more? Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a thing about being in your 40s, being middle-aged. You start questioning if everything you do is the most efficient and best use of your time, in a way that I didn't in my 30s and my 20s. Am I just wasting my time on tedious tasks? I think about that with my YouTube videos as well. For example, I recently did a video about stealth camping in a Walmart, and for me, that kind of stuff is like so boring. It's like nothing to me, and it took no effort to make that video, and it became like my best video of all time, which is depressing. Because I also spent like 3 weeks doing the video about King Philip, hitting all the King Philip's rocks, and it doesn't do nearly as well. I guess this is the creator's dilemma. Do you want to create what is in your heart, or do you want to create what you know will sell well? I don't know what I'm even ranting about tonight, folks, but this is the last night of my meal prep. I'm going to do another meal prep tomorrow night. It'll probably be the next video. Those things are always fun. I think I've got that meal prep formula down. You wait and see what I have in store for you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this, whatever this was. Cleaning, organizing, ranting about OCD and van life and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, peace out, everyone. Thanks for sticking around.